Bill O'Reilly's sex secrets will not be revealed. Judge orders documents containing alleged cheating and abuse details from the ousted Fox News host's bitter divorce sealed. Bill O'Reilly has scored a victory in his $10 million legal battle against his ex-wife's attorney after a judge ordered for records from his divorce and custody battle to be kept sealed from the public. Documents obtained by DailyMail.com reveal New York Supreme Court Judge Jeffrey Brown pointed to the divorce agreement that states he and his ex-wife Maureen McPhilmy, 50, will omit or redact confidential information in papers submitted to the court. The 67-year-old had vigorously fought to keep McPhilmy's lawyer Michael Klar from publicly filing the records, which included cheating and abuse allegations. Brown also ruled that the public right to access is not absolute, and these documents pertain to family court records, therefore the majority of them will be sealed in the case. The court order comes as good news for O'Reilly, who was recently fired from his position at Fox following a string of sexual harassment claims. He previously won a $14 million lawsuit against McPhilmy last year, claiming she made false representations in their divorce settlement. Back in December, O'Reilly filed a multi-million lawsuit against Klar in a New York court on similar grounds. He accused Klar of aiding and abetting fraud to induce him into entering into an unreasonable divorce settlement under false pretenses. O'Reilly claims her lawyers submitted the agreement despite knowing he no longer agreed to the terms of the deal. He says Klar aided his ex-wife by knowingly making false representations and material omissions for the sole purpose of tricking him into agreeing to a consensual divorce to help Maureen obtain money and property. His ex-wife had hired Klar to negotiate the terms of her separation from O'Reilly back in 2009. The ex-Fox News host claims the original draft of the deal stated it was in the best interest of their kids to share joint residential custody and joint decision-making for them. However, he's accused the lawyer and his ex of fraud and scheming to defraud him in a plot to oust him from his paternal role he negotiated and had been promised. O'Reilly says the two schemed to obtain a substantial payout in the agreement and a multi-million-dollar home. Following the execution of the deal and his hefty payout to his ex-wife, O'Reilly claims McPhilmy soon began a campaign with her lawyer to vitiate his parental rights and undermine him as the children's father, while also violating her obligation to refrain from conduct that would hamper the development of love and affection between him and his kids. O'Reilly admitted he is furious for having relied on the representations by Klar, and did so in an effort to protect his children and secure for them the peace and happiness they enjoyed during their parents' early years of the marriage. He is seeking in excess of $10 million plus punitive damages. Recently, O'Reilly headed back to court demanding Klar not be allowed to file sealed documents from his divorce case. In response to the suit, Klar had asked the court to let him submit nearly 1,000 pages of sealed documents from O'Reilly's divorce, which the former television host called absurd. He claims the documents Klar wants to file are confidential, anonymous divorce proceedings, his ex-wife's tax returns, documents detailing the medications prescribed to his minor kids, and the pedagogical concerns of the minor children's parents and their educators, as well as the minors' social security numbers and dates of birth. McPhilmy even filed documents pleading for the divorce records not to be unsealed and opposed her divorce lawyer's attempt to file the records publicly. She claimed the exhibits contain private information that would be embarrassing to her and her family, and the records include discussions with the children's former therapist, report cards, and correspondence about the kids' medical treatment. The judge ordered the separation agreement, correspondences between McPhilmy and O'Reilly concerning the care of visitation of their kids, the divorce judgment, the bulk of their divorce records will all be kept sealed. O'Reilly and McPhilmy officially split in 2011 after 14 years of marriage. During a lengthy custody battle over their two children, a therapist testified that the couple's daughter had seen O'Reilly drag McPhilmy down the stairs by the neck. O'Reilly called the allegation 100% false. But the bitter feud didn't end after their divorce was finalized. O'Reilly hit his ex-wife with a $10 million fraud suit in 2016, claiming she made false representations and material omissions in their divorce settlement and had an extramarital relationship. The fraudulent claims were suspected to involve McPhilmy's relationship with Jeffrey Gross, a Long Island police detective she married after her divorce with O'Reilly. McPhilmy and Gross allegedly began dating in 2010, before she and O'Reilly were officially divorced. McPhilmy reportedly told friends that the lawsuit with O'Reilly was part of a larger campaign to ruin her life after the divorce and a bitter attempt to wreck her happiness, DailyMail.com reported last year. Bill has a lot of money. He also has a lot of power. He's determined to hurt them any way he can, a source close to McPhilmy said. According to reports, O'Reilly also worked to undermine McPhilmy's relationship with the Catholic Church. She was still receiving communion despite the fact that she had been divorced and remarried. She was reportedly later reprimanded by her church. Gawker also reported in 2011 that O'Reilly attempted to get an internal affairs investigation launched against Gross by using his connections within the Long Island law enforcement community. O'Reilly won a $14 million settlement against his ex-wife in the fraud lawsuit last year and is trying to replicate that success in his lawsuit against Klar.